Hello, welcome back to Sebastian 45. Today we'll be talking about intertidal communities. Bordering the water where land meets ocean is the realm of the seashore. Sandy beaches and rocky shores offer us places to ponder the wonders of nature or to relax and play in the surf. Although rocky and sandy shores are quite different, they share two features. They are alternately submerged and exposed by the tides and pounded by waves. The intertidal zone, by definition, is that part of the marine environment that lies between the highest high tide and the lowest low tide. Although it is only a small part of the world's oceans because of its accessibility, it is by far the best studied. Indeed, studies on the intertidal zone have produced many unifying principles that can be applied to other marine systems. The habitat is a stressful environment where organisms must endure searing heat while exposed to air, followed by immersion in sometimes icy water. Despite these conditions, this environment is home to a diversity of organisms that equals or exceeds that found in submerged habitats. To survive in this habitat of extremes, organisms must be particularly hardy and adaptable. We will explore how marine organisms survive and make a living in such a seemingly hostile environment. Characteristics of the intertidal zone. The intertidal zone can be sandy beaches, rocky shores, tide pools, sand flats, mud flats, salt marshes, mangrove swamps, or a combination of these. Here we will focus on rocky shores and sandy beaches. The other habitats were described last video. Regardless of the type of habitat, the inhabitants of the intertidal zone experience daily fluctuations in their environment. The world's coastal lines host a variety of living organisms, whether the shoreline is rocky, sandy, or muddy. The interaction of wind, waves, sunlight, and other physical factors creates a complex environment. Organisms that live in this area must be able to tolerate radical changes in temperature, salinity, and moisture, as well as the potentially crushing force of waves to survive. During high tide, when the area is submerged by seawater, the inhabitants are most active, foraging for food, finding mates, and reproducing. The water contains food for filter feeders and oxygen for those organisms that use gills to exchange gases. As the tide retreats, the organisms are exposed to air. Those with gills must protect their respiratory structures from drying out and collapsing. Animals that are filter feeders withdraw into protective coverings. The pace of life slows greatly. In summer, the sun bakes the exposed area, causing temperatures to rise and tissues to lose water. During winter months, on temperate beaches, there is a danger of freezing. Many animals survive during low tide by sealing themselves up in shells or burrows or retreating into cracks and crevices until the high tide returns. Rocky shores. Many regions of the world have shores composed of hard materials. In North America, rocky shores are found from California to Alaska on the west coast and from Cape Cod northward. On the east coast, in geological terms, these coasts may be recently uplifted, formed from lava flows, or highly eroded areas where sediments have been removed by wind and waves. That'll be it for today's video on intertidal communities. Come back and we'll do more lessons on marine life and marine biology. Thank you Have a good day.